For Sons of American Legion Radio, Falcon Stadium, a disappointing 17-13 loss by Army. They gave it everything they had till the final play. First and goal from the 7-yard line with about a minute to play, and Army tried passing 3 times. They ran the ball once, and they could not score. That would have been a really decisive opportunity for the Black Knights. They lose their first Commander-in-Chief trophy game in 3 years after coming out here and defeating Air Force 21-0 2 years ago and winning at Mikey Stadium a close game last year. So just going over the highlights of the game, Air Force got ahead on a field goal in the second quarter. This is after Army missed a first and goal in the first quarter, their first drive. It looked like they were going to go ahead, and they could not convert a first and goal. They were stopped on about the 1-foot line. And Coach Monken cited that in his post-game comments. You always feel like you're playing from behind at that point. And then Army came back. They went 65 yards, 11 plays. Jabari Laws played very well at quarterback today, 2-yard run, converting that. Cole Talley, his kick missed. And that again put Army behind. Because if he had made that, then Army could have gone for a field goal to send the game into regulation, perhaps there. In the second half, Timothy Jackson, the fullback for Air Force, a 3-yard run, 64-yard drive. Jackson had a phenomenal day for Air Force, had 155 yards and a touchdown. And they said it's 4 straight games that he has had 100 yards rushing, which is kind of a milestone here at Air Force. Army came back the next play, first play of the drive. They went deep, 87-yard pass play from Jamari Laws to Cam Harrison, right over the middle. And Harrison just split the defense, ran for a touchdown, ran the length of the field. Really gave Army some momentum. They kicked the extra point, and it's 13-10 late in the third quarter. But Army could not convert another drive early. They had a couple of opportunities, but Air Force did. They went 74 yards. Joshua Stoner converted on a 5-yard run with 13 minutes to play, and that got them ahead 17-13. But really some tremendous play by Army. In the last couple of minutes, the defense forces a punt, and they convert a 3rd and 9 play and move down the field at about a couple of one after another pass plays, get it down to the 7-yard line, 1st and goal, and then fail to be able to convert that. Army fans will be disappointed about that. They put in Kelvin Hopkins in just the last series when Kelvin's generally thought of as a very good running quarterback, but he's been hurt. He's been really hurt since the Michigan game. And so not 100%. Jamari Laws played very well throughout. And so that was the ball game. Army. It's interesting. The yardage was virtually the same: 343 for Army, 344 for Air Force. But Air Force ran for 328 yards, and Army 129. That's not where Army wants to be. Has been. Army was the team running for the 300 yards in the past couple of seasons. Passing, Army had 214 yards. When has Army had 200 yards passing? I have to check the record book on that. But a lot of that was 87-yard pass play. Jamari Laws to Cam Harrison. Air Force just 16 passing yards. That's so different. We knew that was going to happen. Army played a couple of real good passing teams the last few weeks, and then they go to play a really good running team. And it's different. 7 penalties for Army, 5 for Air Force. They hurt at times. Army punted 5 times, so did Air Force. Time was 27 minutes for Army, 32 for Air Force. Third down, both teams were 5 of 13. Passing, Jamari Laws, 9 of 11 for 214 yards and a touchdown. Cam Harrison had 3 receptions, and the big one, 87 yards for a touchdown in the third quarter. And Ortiz Hobbs had 3 receptions as well. But the difference maker really for Air Force is Timothy Jackson, the fullback, had 155 yards. I just want to check the defense. And Army on defense, Cole Christensen led 16 tackles. Cole Christensen, just week after week, is the rock of the defense. So it's the only way I put it. He is always there. He's always playing hard, making the plays, and encouraging his teammates. Elijah Riley, another big day, 11 tackles, 6 assists, and he had 1 tackle for loss. And Donovan Lynch at linebacker had 9 tackles. Arik Smith had 8. Bordeaux had 7. Jalen McClinton had 6. And Ryan Bellas had one really big play. He had a tackle for loss. And that really helped stop a Air Force drive, forced a punt play. Kyle Johnson led Air Force in tackles with 11. So Army goes home. They'll recoup and get set to play Massachusetts next week. It'll be a Veterans Day tribute game at Mikey Stadium. A great job that everyone does honor veterans. Be great performances by the West Point Band. So disappointing to come out here. Always a tough place for Army to play, but they were very competitive today. It was a game that you knew was going to kind of go down to the end, and whoever could make big plays in the fourth quarter were going to win this game. But this today turned out to be a 17-13 win. We saw last night Navy a big win at Connecticut. They were playing very well. So Massachusetts, VMI, go out to Hawaii. And then thoughts to Navy. A win by Army in the Army-Navy game will make it a push on the Commander-in-Chief Trophy. There'll be no outright winner, but there would be Army would hold on to it. I have to check what happened exactly. I don't think Army's had that situation in a while, but where it's a push and no team wins it outright. But that's what Army's going to be going after in the Army-Navy game, and so that's going to be a big day, as there always is down in Philadelphia. There's nothing like the Army-Navy game, and so we'll be down there with our coverage. So we want to sign off. We apologize. We had problems with Wi-Fi today. With the technology, we hope to do the March On Live. Didn't work. We got recordings. We'll be posting video tonight and during the week through Travel Back, and have it for a lot of the events and the pageantry, really, of the Service Academy rivalry game. So I just want to thank everybody, our sponsors, starting with the American Legion, our 2 million veterans who are members, and the 350,000 members of the Sons of the American Legion, and our sponsors, the Westchester Bank. If you need help with financial matters, call and ask for the CEO. If you're a veteran, JT will take care of you himself. And the New York Yankees, we appreciate their support. They're getting set already for the next season. And White Plains Bake Shop, Lee Kaufman and his group, great Army fans, great pastries and cakes. I had a birthday cake. We just had a Halloween cake from them. And I think my wife's getting a birthday cake from that from Lee in a couple of weeks. Getney Auto, right down the street in downtown Harrison. Your car needs servicing. Getney Auto is a place to go. Tommy does a great job, takes care of our cars, gets them prepped. We'll have to take some long road trips, and does a great job. And then Westchester Family Chiropractic, Dr. Richard Davidson, down in Harrison, 550 the Marinick Avenue. He takes care of some of the best athletes in the area, and can take care of your aches and pains. So we appreciate our sponsors, and we appreciate everybody. Thank everybody at the Academy for their support. Thank the folks here at the Air Force Academy for their support. Always enjoy our visits here. And one day I've got to spend some more time just being able to walk around and see some of the special places here. They have a new Vietnam Veterans Memorial. And they did a special thing on Friday. They named their airport after one of the Tuskegee Airmen, Benjamin Davis, General Benjamin Davis, who was a West Point grad, but he said he wanted to be a pilot. and then went with the Air Force when the Air Force was created after World War II. So the airfield, which you see just off the highway at the Air Force Academy, will be named going forward in honor of General Benjamin Davis. So we'll be back this week. We'll be at Mikey Stadium on Saturday. So we'll be talking with the coach on Tuesday, and we'll have more of the video from today, some of the highlights after over the next couple of days. So thanks for your support and interest. So on behalf of the 2 million veterans at the American Legion, 350,000 members of the Sons of the American Legion, from the United States Air Force Academy, this is Ken Kraetzer.